Nikolai, you are the last of us, the last of a proud people. Our people were one with Mother Earth. We lived off her land and drank from her rivers. And when the moon was full, we were freed from the shackles of humanity and given one night to embrace the beast within. This power made other men fear and hate us. They believed us to be savages, unfit to live. So they killed our kind without mercy. Still, some of us survived. We hid among the humans, keeping our families close. Soon there was only your father and myself. I loved your father so, Nikolai, and he loved me. Then you came along, and we were happy. You have brought us such joy, Nikolai. Such joy.
Hello and welcome to Deppresso Plays Blood of the Werewolf. Blood of the Werewolf is a Steam Greenlight title available on Steam right now. It was released in May 2014. It's no longer in beta and it received a Metascore of 6.5 from the critics and 8.0 from the public. So I'm expecting pretty good things from this game. So let's dive right on in. Well, actually, let's not dive right on in. Let's have a little look at the video options. So in the video options you have the resolutions all the way from 800 by 600 all the way up to 1920 by 1080. In frame rate you obviously have 60 and 30 Hz. There's no 59 Hz or 120 Hz, but it doesn't really matter too much. FX details just says best, high, medium and low, which I could only assume is the particle effects and that kind of stuff. Screen mode, you have full screen and windowed mode. Anti-aliasing is on and off. I've checked and it looks like it's ×2 anti-aliasing. Gamma adjust up and down and reset to defaults, which is pretty cool. It's pretty good options for like an indie title. Audio, you have mute in background, which I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Does that mute the background? No, I don't know. Let's leave it on. Music volume, sound effects volume, pretty standard stuff. Game options, you have keyboard controls and gamepad controls, which you could remap and rebind as you please. The same with the keyboard ones, these are all rebindable. You have rumble on and off, and I don't know what that is, confine cursor, but whatever. So if you head over to the extras, you have quests, which is basically your achievements, and there's a whole bunch of achievements in this game. You have a bestiary, which I'm assuming will show you all of the stuff you can encounter, which we're not going to spoil it too much, but basically that's the main character there, and that's the little werewolf. As you saw in the intro, we're looking for our son, who is called Nikolai apparently. You have movies and credits, pretty self-explanatory. So let's head into the actual game. So you awake as the player character, which is Selena, and you're in some kind of, this looks like wrenches and screwdrivers on the wall. Not too clear where I actually am. There seems to be saws and kind of workshop-y type place. Maybe this is just for the tutorial level. So pretty standard controls. You have a jump, you have directional movements, and then you have this, which is your crossbow. You don't actually get an indicator of where the crossbow is going to hit, and if you use your mouse you actually do get an indicator. So I don't know if it's actually better to be playing with the gamepad, but the game does recommend using the gamepad. So you have a crouch, you can climb onto ladders, and you could use your crossbow to hit switches and stuff like that. Looks like in the background there's some type of little cuddly toy just above me. Looks a little bit like a werewolf toy. These things regenerate health, kind of lavender, and you could turn into a big badass werewolf, which is pretty cool as well. So it's the same controls when you're a werewolf. You could attack, and you could use your dash power. You can see all these are upgrades, like powers, and then Selena also has her own upgrades, and then the wolf has a separate tree here as well. The blood meter, which is the red meter below my health bar on the top left of the screen, allows me to do stuff like this, which is like a higher damage dashing attack. You also get a double jump when you're in wolf mode as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is our abilities. You have dash power. Dash power allows the wolf to quickly rip through enemies without taking damage. In the air, this power allows the wolf to slam the ground and send out a shockwave. I didn't know that part. Press RB to use blood powers like dash. So you don't actually take damage, it actually has some invulnerability frames, I guess, when you do that. So let's head over into this cave.
They took you from me, Nikolai. Killed your father, my dear Marco, and stole you from your home. This I will not stand for. But they chose poorly, these men. They chose our night, the night of Grandmother Moon. And I would have my vengeance on them.
So that's kind of cool. The intro's like an old-timey horror movie intro, like it came from the swamp kind of looking thing. So I kind of want to touch on the graphics to this game. A lot of games, if they're in a kind of platformer style, they just go for like a pure 2D 8-bit kind of, well not really 8-bit, like a full 8-bit kind of false looking thing. Whereas this game's went for 3D models, which I think is a good touch. Not a lot of games go for the full 3D models. So this is about as far as I got with this game. I got up to the crocodiles, and that was basically it. I didn't really get much further than this. God, these things. So yeah, as you can see, when you go into the light and hit the moonlight, you'll turn into a werewolf and have all your werewolf abilities. These swamp monsters, they're kind of all, you know, old school horror movie inspired monsters. You've got werewolves, you've got your swamp creatures, you've got your giant alligators, I guess. It's not really a movie monster, but whatever. These things are checkpoints, pretty self-explanatory. And this is some type of power. Spread arrow. This arrow type shoots 2 arrows simultaneously at 1 or more targets. Psycho arrow types with left bumper and fire special arrow types with right bumper. So that's cool. So that's our first upgrade for Selena. So let's see what that looks like. We'll find an enemy first and then we'll use it on that enemy. Okay, so it's just a double arrow. One kind of goes one way, one goes a little bit above. Pick up this lavender for some HP. Oh god. So these things, the swamp creatures, normally take 3 hits, but I guess if you hit it with that and land both arrows, you're going to have a much easier time doing damage to them. And if you're bad at aiming, I guess it's pretty good to have a double shot, because then you can just run up, face tank it, hit it twice in the face, and kill it. I don't know if it would be nicer to have some type of line, like a dashed line indicator, to show you where your cursor is, because it is pretty difficult to land these skill shots. Obviously at close range like that is pretty easy. Yeah, that's pretty easy at close range. But I can see across the screen that being pretty difficult. So yeah, we have to find our son. This is kind of like a different story. Most games you kind of play as the man and you're trying to save the woman or whatever. But this is like a woman trying to find her son. And her son also is a werewolf apparently. And did anybody think that in the intro the husband looks a little bit like Frank Zappa? Like just a little bit? No, nobody? Okay, so let's make our way through this dungeon. See if we could get some more upgrades. Because I'm always interested in games like this when they have a big upgrade system. I'm kind of a sucker for unlocks and things like that, collectibles. One of my favourite things to have in a game is like a ton of achievements that are just completely pointless. And I'm not saying that sarcastically, I like really do enjoy the kind of doing all the side quests in Saints Row 3 and 4. Things like that. They actually are quite interesting. Like, see this gold thing? I could easily just skip past this, but nah. I'm gonna go back up the ladders, take some poison damage just so I could get it. So the controls feel like really good. The controls feel really snappy. You have a little bit of air strafing so you can move back and forward. Your character also turns so it has a facing, but you can kind of shoot arrows out your back because it would just snap your facing left and right. There's no real downside to having facing. By facing I mean like if you're facing this way or this way, it just kind of snaps. So there's no real huge issue and there's no turn time. It doesn't take you any extra seconds to turn around. You could definitely pull off some pretty quick things with this game in terms of the controls. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think I'm trying to say that like this game's responsive. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It doesn't feel sluggish. It doesn't feel like some of the floaty control games. It feels more like a old school Castlevania than anything else. I've recently been playing Dawn of Sorrow on the DS. It's really good. Like, it's probably one of my favourite Castlevania games, which is weird to say because it's like, you know, it's on a DS and stuff, but it's pretty good. I don't know about the modern 3D Castlevanias, I haven't played any of them yet, but I'm hoping that like, when I get around to playing those, that they will actually be pretty decent. Obviously they're not going to be like the originals. Well, not the originals, but you know what I mean, the early ones. But they'll have their own charm and their own merit, I'm pretty sure. But back to this game. So right now, this is pretty cool. Like, that's pretty awesome. And I haven't taken a single hit from those things, so that's good. I say this, but then I'm probably gonna take something to the face pretty soon. Yep, like that. Livonia Dockyards. Drain access, do not dump waste. Okay. So it's kind of more of a modern setting than what I thought. I thought it was going to be like an old-timey setting. But they had like plastic handled screwdrivers and they have a sewer system, so I'm assuming that we're somewhere in the 19th century or 18th century, I don't know. They didn't have plastic screwdrivers in the 19th century, but maybe we are in the 20th century, who cares? It doesn't really make that much of a big difference. We're in a fantasy world. Oh wow, that's hard to do. I'm probably going to have to run and gun and hit the bats while running, as well as avoiding those. Because you do take a knockback damage thing. Whenever you take any damage you get knocked back. Yeah, that worked. 53 55? When did we miss 2? Are you kidding me? So it has some type of leaderboards as well, which is pretty cool.
In this world, nothing is ever easy, child. I know that. Your father knew that. And no matter how hard we may try, we knew that one day you would know this too. Innocence dies with age, Nikolai. It withers like a tree in winter. But you still smell of innocence. It was your scent that I used to find you. Your scent that led me to the ocean. Even through the salt air I could trace your movements. Through the stink of sweat and blood. Through the stench of fish and darkness, I followed you.
Ah, so this is the little map. So it doesn't seem like it's that much of a long game. So we'll probably end up completing this game fairly quickly. Again, this is like the kind of old school horror movie. It came from the swamp thing. Everything's from the swamp. Yeah, look, filing cabinets. So this is like probably at least 1940s, at least. Ooh, what was that? I just killed it without even looking. Oh god, it's a big green one that takes more damage and farts out more stuff. Always what you want in a game is something that's going to do more damage to you and kill you even quicker. Let's pick up these things actually. Screw it. You can actually fire when you're on the ladders as well, which is a really nice touch. think the game would be nigh on impossible to actually complete if you didn't have that ability. You can see that the knockback is completely devastating when it happens, especially in such like a tight area as that. Did that enemy just respawn? The one in the water? Again, didn't get much of a chance. Okay, it's some type of dog rat thing. So yeah, the story is kind of interesting. Like finding your son, as opposed to just save the princess or anything else like that, is pretty unique. It's pretty cool. I can't think of another game where I played as a woman trying to rescue my son, but I'm sure there probably is another game that does something similar. Wow, these things do a lot of damage. Wow, that jump is hard to make as well. Holy fuck. I didn't swear, I didn't swear. Shh, shh, don't tell YouTube. No, no. No, no. Taking far too much damage. Did you see that cool move I did there? Come on, that was cool. I'm gonna replay that in slow motion so you could see that. It looked so badass. That looked badass as well, come on. The double bolt and then jump back up, double bolt again to the face. Ooh, and we're a wolf thing. That's cool. Always cool to be a wolf. Just got an achievement, 2 birds with 1 stone for killing 2 animals, I guess, with 1 move. Make short work of these things with our extra damage from being a wolf. Oh no, wait, it used the thing move. I didn't want to use the ground slam, I wanted to use the normal move. Oh god! The wolf will perch on what? Who cares what it said? I think it said something about platforms. We picked up a golden arrow, which I'm assuming fills the special meter and allows us to do the double shot or any of our other equipped abilities. That would seem like a logical conclusion. Okay, so let's get up here. We don't actually need to kill these things, right? Like, we could just keep going. Oh, we can't go back, okay. I tried to go back for the HP because I noticed I missed it. What the hell is that? Let's kill it. Let's kill it for some golds. Ah, 2 birds with 1 stone, because these are birds. I thought they were like bats or something. Let's wait for this thing and then see if we can kill that. No! God. The controls are good. Like, don't take that as the controls being bad. It's just I'm really bad at games. So definitely pick this game up if it's in the summer sales this season. I'm sure there'll be a lot of good indie titles in the summer sales, and hopefully there'll be some nice bundles as well. Ah, so it took quite a lot of hits. That must mean the ground slam does a lot of damage. Will we be able to make this jump? 1, 2. Yeah, no problem. Oops. Yeah, that wasn't where I wanted to go, was it? I guess the motivation in most games doesn't actually come into it anyway. Like, yeah, it's good to have a story and stuff, but really, like, what a game comes down to mostly is, like, does it feel fun to play? Like, are the rewards, such as unlocks new abilities, and like defeating bosses. Is that a satisfying experience? That's where like the game comes in. But I guess it's cool to have like a new motivation for a character, such as finding your child, especially a child who's basically like being hunted for his race, which is kind of, you know, pertinent. Pertinent, is that the right word? Pertinent. There's a few other indie games that I picked up at the same time as this. I believe this was the Humble Indie Bundle 8 that I purchased. I paid like $4 or $5. Got the Steam codes, got a couple extra games. And I'll definitely be playing the rest of the games at some point. God, that's difficult. The way their like blobs are quite slow moving is like really, that's the difficult part. That is really the thing that makes it difficult. Because it's like creating little danger zones on the map. It would be interesting to have a counter attack that could blow those things up. Maybe for some special points. Rather than having to shimmy your ass around the ladders long enough to actually use these things. To use the things, to kill the things. Maybe in the next level we'll get something like that. And make it a little bit easier. And we're back into werewolf mode, which is pretty cool. I remember playing a game called Altered Beast, and that's kind of what this feels like. I don't know why, because it is pretty different, but Altered Beast, definitely. Oh, there's some HP. Whew. Definitely worth coming here if we can kill this guy. Yeah. GMW Inc. Yeah, so we're at least in like the 70s, 80s era. I don't know, I think we're getting closer to like working out which date it's meant to be. You can see a city in the background, so yeah, it could be like 70s, 80s. It could even be modern day. I was kind of assuming from the whole werewolf thing and the burning buildings at the start, and obviously people hunting werewolves, that this was going to be a game set in, I would say like 1850. Not that they actually existed, but you know what I mean? Like most werewolf things are kind of set in the past, apart from something like Underworld, or Twilight. When's our time to actually jump at this guy? There doesn't seem to be a time where you could actually jump at that guy. Unless we could bait him into throwing them in a weird place. Oh god, I wanted to use the dash and I forgot that it turned into a ground slam whenever we're in the air. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. Nope. Nope. What am I meant to be doing here? God, I'm probably gonna die. Yeah! Almost. So it's pretty cool that it has a timer on the screen, and I can tell that this episode is getting pretty long. So I'm probably going to close out this episode soon, probably at the next level, if we can make it there. And until then, enjoy some of the gameplay footage, and some of the bad gameplay. Not in terms of the game being bad, but in terms of me being really bad at it. There we go, we killed him, so now we could try and make this jump. Yeah. Everything's easy the second time through. Make it back over there. These guys are no threat, the little dogs. Like, those little dogs can't mess with like a big dog like this. Yeah, the timing of that, it seems like it's a little too quick for your wolf mode. Let's collect this guy's heart. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit too quick. The animations aren't too fantastic for when you're in the air, like when you're in wolf mode. They're not the best thing in the world, they kind of look a little bit clunked. But the game feel is actually there, if you know what game feel is. You know, the game feel, like when a game feels sticky or a game feels clunky or a game feels too light. This game definitely feels light and floaty, but like with a kind of Castlevania snap. Like that sounds like really like some kind of wine expert kind of talking about a wine. It's like, yeah, it's light and floaty, but with a Castlevania snap, which it kind of is. Oh god! Okay, we need to time the jumps a lot better than that. So it's like 3, 2, 1. 1. Nope, nope, jump earlier than that. No, later than that. Oh fuck, almost. Almost! We seem to get out of sync with it. Oh wow, that was difficult. Oh, for the love of God. That was a lot easier than I expected. I just kind of stood on the left and waited. This looks like, yeah, that's gonna kill me. There was no option there. Maybe this dog's trying to kill me to save me from the horrors that is this puzzle. Just gonna jump as soon as it's, yeah, there. Whew. Again, just rub my nose on the platforms and just hope that that's quick enough. I remember Crash Bandicoot being a lot like that. You had to just run your nose into things until it let you through, and then you would make most of the jumps. No! God, this section's so hard. I'm glad it's giving me a checkpoint now. And another checkpoint, which is cool. Woo! Woo! Fuck! Fuck! The yellow and black thing, I thought it was in the background, but it's no. Okay. I thought it was in the background, but it was in the foreground. So QQ, eh? Be good if there was a nice farting noise there when you died. Oh god, this is too fast. This is too fast. Nope, that was too fast. Whew. I'm actually getting kicked by it, I'm pretty sure. And we died again. God, that's a really fast jump if you want to go in the first one. Oh! No. No, that's a good idea. Nope. No, we have to wait for the first one to crush and then go. Okay, that seems like nope. Oh god. Crush and then wait for it to open. No. On yellow. I'll jump on yellow. I thought I died there, but I just turned into a werewolf, so fun and games. Rubbing their nose on things. Is that? Oh, it seems to be the way. Oh, we'll probably have to do a dash for the second part there. Or we'll have to do that. I like that though. That's pretty cool how you could spawn and then just instantly die. Rubber nose on these. Kill this guy. Rubber nose on these. And then we're gonna dash. Just to see what happens. Okay. That's... yeah, cool. Whew. Yeah. This is great. It's so fun because it's rapid, but it's like so fucking annoying. Yeah, you can't touch the edges at all, or you will die. Whew. God, this is difficult. There's no double jump or anything. Nope, as soon as you touch an edge, you die. What? 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 This is insane! Who designed this part? Nope, I slowed down too much because I was walking instead of free falling. Again, same thing. So I need to be over like here? Nah, further over. Oh my god! No! Why is this an emergency exit? Is this like blaster doors? Nope, too far along again. Fuck! There's no strategy here, is there? No. So I've worked out today that if I was a werewolf mother, my son would just be dead, because there's no way I could save him if I have to jump through this a million times. What? We can't even get past the first section. This is a nightmare. No, this isn't fun. This is bullshit. No, this is bullshit. There's no way you can do that. No way. No, no way. Almost. The jump helped. The jump did something. It did help. Why did I go left again? No, that one felt good, but then, nah. Ooh, baby! Rank C. To be expected. Okay, on to the next episode. We're definitely going to complete this game.
Our people have a connection to the sea. We, like it, are controlled by the moon. Its movements affect our actions, and like the sea, it is what lies beneath the surface that holds our true power. Under our skin is rage, a rage like no other, an animalistic form that kills all that challenge us. When this rage is released, death soon follows. And on this night, I would kill the rage of the sea for you.